welcome along and welcome back to OakHill. We're heading up to the shop in the 6614 because it is the final day of spring and we need to get our grass cut in order to get some money coming in. For the first time this game we have fallen under into the red, and so in order to actually do this we're also going to need to borrow some more money. So we're going to borrow another 10,000. It'll take us up a little bit further beyond where we are. Yeah, we're 510,000. We're going to borrow another 10. That takes us up to 3,940, and under here hopefully we can get a new piece of kit because we need a mower. Now, my original plan was to use this. This is the Pottinger Novacat A10CF, but you guys may have already seen a problem with this. The nice thing about this is this would have rode up our grass very, very nicely and done us great. It's 200 horsepower. So, yeah, this is not what we're going to be able to do. We're instead gonna be going for this. This is the Pottinger Novacat 302ED. It does, you can see underneath there, it does have a mower conditioner built into it. So as per the Maize Plus mod, anything that comes with a mower conditioner built in does get updated to that. So this should work absolutely fine for us for drying the grass out a little bit and go with the front mower that we already have sitting at our farm. It's only 10,500 to buy it, but we are going to lease it as we are doing with all our equipment. I think until we've got money in from the first year, we're basically going to lease everything. So £105 per day to lease and $535 to lease initially. That is absolutely fine. So let's get that leased and then back out here. There she blows. So yeah, we'll get it on the back of here and I'll show you what the mower conditioner is, because obviously that's a question that I think has come up with a few people. Saying that the Cavernland mowers also have these built in. Yes, they do, and it is a thing of Maize Plus. It's not just those three that it lists that have it. So if we fold this up, I can show you what that is. And the mower conditioner is these spikes out the back. So we've got the cutter that runs here. That's what this bit is here, and you can see the cutter bit sticking out in the middle there. That's your mower conditioner, and then it comes out the back there. So hopefully this should work out fine. We're gonna need, unfortunately, because we can't row what we're cutting, we are gonna have to get a windrower as well. But we'll come up and grab that when we need it. For now, let's get back down to the farm and get our front mower on here as well and get our 2 fields cut. Now, there are 4 different types of grass in Maize Plus. You've got fresh grass, dry grass, and hay, basically. We want grass. Oops, don't want to fold that one. I want to switch to the front. Hang on, and drop like that. There we go. And we want to make silage out of either grass or dry grass. Fresh grass will not silage. You can't tip it into the silage clamp. And hay, obviously, same issue. Hay is too dry to make silage from. So you want these first 2. Thankfully, with the mower conditioner on these 2, we get past the fresh grass stage. It immediately we've got wet crop icon at the moment, so it's the wetter grass we're going to get out of this. But it should give us the just standard grass instead of fresh grass. Let's unfold the front, get that turned on, unfold the back, get that turned on, and we've got these 2 really good fields here. These are both loam. They are neither of them are currently turned on and drop down. Neither of these are currently either limed or fertilized, and the plan today is to get these cut get them fertilized, and maybe lime them as well if we can. See if we can improve the output of these for the summer cut later on. But if we can get these 2 fields cut today and rowed and collected up, that will go a long way to doing it. Now, while we have to do more work with this, we've got to pass over these grass fields 3 times in order to get this cut, rowed, and collected. In some ways it should be quicker. For example, on the hill here, where we were going 3 miles an hour before on the other fields, trying to cut and collect at once, here we're going sort of as high as 8 and as low as 6, so we are at least twice as fast, if not nearly 3 times as fast on the steeper bits. We're also cutting twice as much. With 2 mowers here, we have we have a 6 meter coverage instead of just a 3 that we would have with the front mower. So we should be able to cut this field a lot quicker. Going round and doing the windrowing, I'm not expecting us to take too much time. We are going to have to go and lease that, but the amount of money we've borrowed today should cover that as well. And then picking up again, that should be quicker because we're no longer trying to run the mower on the front, and as a result we're not having to do that. So all in all, I'm not expecting this to take any longer than it did for us to do the first field per hectare. We're also getting a similar sort of harvest level, a similar sort of yield to that first field. It is in the yellow, so I think it's like an 80%. As I said earlier, that's not surprising. We don't have any lime on here, we don't have any fertilizer on here, so this is basically just a bare grass cut to start with. The grass was already too grown by the time we got to it to deal with it. Fortunately, next time we should be good. I think I might try and lime this though before we fertilize it. So if we can lime these 3 fields before the grass regrows after the cut, that should do us better. And then we can do the fertilizing after that first little bit of growth next game day. And we can sort out, we can then also sort out the actual silage and get that doing as well. And that means that most of the summer then can probably be skipped. We need to do a little bit of herbicide spraying. We will probably come into harvest late summer, I think it is. Let's have a look. Oh wow, we are as soon as next game day for barley. But yeah, we're looking at our rye and stuff being sort of only a couple of days away. So we're actually running through this. Even 9-day seasons, we're being kept busy pretty much every day with this because of the way the season's set up on here. And I really love that. I love the fact that this is that while we've had this big session of seeding and things, we've still been kept busy with various things that we've had to do and cover in that time. And each day has been fairly different in what we've done. In today being a prime example of that. Does mean that we need to get that herbicide sprayed fairly quickly though, once our crop starts to grow. And it looks like everything's drying out a little bit quick, so we've got to be careful now. We need to get this field rowed up, I think, fairly swiftly. We've got dry grass. If it dries much more today, we are going to find that we're not going to be able to get this into the BGA. We're going to have hay instead. I mean, we can put hay bales into the BGA, that's not a problem, but we won't get quite as much money or quite as much digestate out as a result. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick these up. We will turn these off and fold them up. Let's set this cutting with Courseplay on our next field. That way we can head over and up and get our use our 7615 to go and get our windrower, get that road up, and then get it collected. So into here, let's do field work, course generation, field 116. Headlands, we will get it to do 3 headlands. Headland passes first, turn in the corners, and we've got we should have a spiral. Let's check the spiral here. Oh wow, that is quite I think we want actually to be a 6 meter setup here. If we go back and unfold that, maybe that will then check this course generation. No, it's still reading as 3.1. So what I want to do here is see if we can. Normally in here you can get it working width 5.3, calculate it. See, it's only doing it on the rear one. So switch over to the front one and try that. Again, only doing it on that front one. So let's... Now this is where Courseplay becomes fun. So we'll get this positioned here so that I can show you what we're doing. We know that this is the wrong width. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase this. We know that 7 is too big. 6.1 is probably still too big. So 5.1 is fine. We want an offset. So we should be able to go into here and choose an offset somewhere. Here we go. Tool horizontal offset. If we press calculate, it does nothing. If we change it to, there we go. Right, so we know that 5 isn't quite right. So back to here, and I'm gonna take that. You see, we can go 6.1. So 6.1, actually, that seems about right. In here, 1.2 seems about right. So now we can go back here, course generation, and at 6.1, generate course, and you can see that it should now do what we want of it. So we might have to babysit it for a moment, unfold this like so, and just see if this works. First waypoint, drive course. And it is away, and that looks pretty good to me. So we'll set that off around the field. We are going to jump into our other tractor and go and get ourselves a windrower. So back up to the shop, and we now want to see what we've got on offer from the Podinger setup. So over to here and we're after windrowers. We have a few that are enabled. So from the Alpine pack, we've got this one. This is 5.9 meters, so nearly 6 meters. Matches our other one quite nicely. Or we've got this one, which is 6 meters, and it's actually interesting. So that has 50 horsepower and is 5.9. That has 60 horsepower. And actually, is that... Oh, this is the awkward one. So that is the one I don't want to use. We're going to use the one from the Alpine Farming Pack. Will cost us £185. Great. Wheel setup is standard or wide. We're going to go with standard and lease that for £943. So both of these are fairly cheap costs. We have way more horsepower than we need, but they should do us quite nicely. We'll get both these fields rowed up before we go and collect the grass, and we'll probably use this tractor to collect the grass as well. So yeah, let's get this back down to our field and get started. Now, thankfully, today is a good drying day, not an exceptional drying day. So my hope is that the grass we are cutting shouldn't dry out too quickly. We'll get this tractor, though, out. And there we go. Turn it on. Drop it down. And rowing this up. And yeah, we should get a decent amount off here. It's not, as I said earlier, it's not a massive amount of harvest we're getting off here, but it should be enough to give us a decent start. The other tractor seems to be doing okay in that other field. It's not currently, is that leaving a, we'll go and have a look at that in a moment. I'm trying to tell if it is actually leaving any grass between its rows. If it is, we need to adjust the offset slightly. I don't think it is, though. I'm not seeing any tufts from this distance. But we'll just come up here, and no, that's looking fairly solid, actually, I think. Yeah, that is not leaving any tufts between. That is absolutely perfect. And what we can do, because we know this is 5.9, what we can do is we can actually set this going on the other tractor, so we won't delete the Courseplay course. We'll just run this on the other tractor going around that field, while we then take the 7615 here and collect the grass up on this field. It's actually a pretty good win-win for the whole thing. One Courseplay course covering everything. Around we go, and then we should be able to just automate that second field and make things a little bit easier on ourselves. I'm going to come down here and place this down after this corner. That way we get two nice round headlands. I've got the whole thing, I've got both fields really doing spirals, but it's working quite well. In fact, that one is going to do a couple of headlands and then spiral round into the middle, which works quite well. This one we are going to just go round here. We're going to get a couple of headlands done, and then we'll do something similar. We'll do round and get this whole thing done. And then we should be able to pick everything up and hopefully get this all collected before everything dries out today. Now, rolling this up like this should stop the grass drying, or at least slow the grass drying. So we are in a position now where these rows here, this drier grass, should remain better off, and should mean that it doesn't get dried. Getting round though and getting this to all row up while we're running on cruise control at the moment, so I'm trying to make it so that we're not having to work too hard to get this all to row, but it can be fun trying to get round, and I think we're going to have to do a little bit of clear up at the bottom parts of the field here. It's not so bad when you're going into pointy bits like this, but yeah, at the ends, at the top here, I think we're going to have to run a quick row across the top just to clean things up. You can see where we've either put our rake down late or picked up too early at the top here, but we're in pretty good shape. We've got a nice field full of grass here. It's all rowing up nicely and should all go into our pickup trailer soon. Our other tractor is mowing well, so we'll put this at the side of the field ready for when that's finished, and then we should be able to get this all picked up, and this is what's going to give us the money we need to get ourselves through to the harvest, to be able to pay off the little bit that we've had to borrow to get these fields done, and then also give us enough to actually get our harvester and get our harvest tools later on. Most of what we've got should be doable with a combine harvester, and then hopefully after that we should have enough just to get sort of the 3-meter stuff from the Grimmy pack and get that back here to do the potatoes with these 2 tractors. That is field 117 raked up. Let's drop this off over here and go and get our trailer. Not a huge... Oh, that's got a little while to go yet on this field. So, yeah. We'll get this dropped off here. And bring it round. And we'll go and get the forage wagon and hook that up and get that onto our fields to get stuff collected. So we've got a nice big Pottinger loading wagon now. This holds just over 40,000 litres. We've only got the loading wagon on here. So it should be a fairly easy case for this to pick this up. And we've got the larger tractor as well, so we shouldn't have any issues on the hills. And we can just go round now, get this picked up, drop this off at our BGA. It means that next time what we'll be able to do is get this all leveled and done. And yeah, I think it's going to be a case of trying to get those summer jobs out the way over the next 2 videos that we need to do in order to get our harvest started. I don't know if we're going to be early enough to do the rye, but what we'll do is set ourselves up, and then if we need to skip days to get the harvest started, we can, and we'll be in good stead. Yeah, we've got 24% full, coming about 3/4 of the way through this field. So I think we're going to get probably 2 trailers worth off this field. So our other tractor has finished. We'll stop the driver. We're not going to clear this course. What I do want to do, though, is change my offset. So that should be... I know it's in this bit here. So we're going to reduce that to 0. There we go. And then we want to go and drop these mowers off. I think we'll give this front mower a quick clean to get that sorted. Not bad so far. It is about 25 past 12. We are making some good progress. I am making a conscious effort. I don't know if you guys see the state of my my Massey Ferguson tractors, but after the comments a couple of videos ago about how my stuff is always dirty, I'm trying to clean it, keep it cleaner now. So when I finish a job, I get it washed off, and before I put it away. We don't need to wash the tractor. We will wash the rear mower. Right, and where am I going to put this? I think we'll have to put this in the shed for now. So we'll bring this around here. We've got plenty of space in this shed. I don't think we actually need to be storing the plough in here. But yeah, we'll just put this at the back here. So drop that down and drop it off. Like so. And we'll do the same with the mower. So unfold the rear mower, unfold that, and put that down. I don't mind holding on to these things. We are paying a fair whack in leasing, but I think we'd basically lease these until we can buy others. Let's get our front weight back on. Not that it's massively needed for these. So like that. And then finally we head back out to the field and we'll run the same course over again, just to row things up, because one of the nice things about our mowers is while our mowers were slightly wider than our rower is, so like we did it at 6.1 instead of 5.9, you can see that there is a gap, so it shouldn't cause a problem getting this rowed up. First waypoint, drive course, and away it goes. And because we moved forward a little bit, it's made it a little bit better. So that can go on that, and we can just finish collecting our grass from this one over here. Because this forage wagon is a little less maneuverable, now that I'm into the main part of the field, I am taking every other row. Just makes it easier to make the turn. The other thing is that I think this big Pottinger forage wagon is a little bit of a struggle for our 77 15 or 7615, sorry. It is, yeah, we get to the top here, and so this was what was causing us the problem on the other field. Once we were onto that big slope, it just pulling this up the hill was just too much for it, especially with that mower. I mean, once we start going downhill, of course, things ease up, and it does get a lot easier. I've got one more row at least on that outside, but it is, yeah, it certainly has struggles getting up that hill, and I think this is absolutely the reason why we've got to leave these as grass fields on here. We could go for smaller forage wagons, and to be honest, we are a long way through this field and could very, very easily do it with a smaller forage wagon. And maybe for the summer one we should do that, just something a little bit less. It's nice to be able to get all of this at once, although it's that payoff, or it's that trade-off, sorry, where we go, well, we can't, the slowness we get at the top of the field here, is it a good trade-off to get rid of that in favor of having to do more trips? And I'm not sure it is. I don't think it's enough of a slowdown and enough of an inconvenience to do that, especially as I think we're going to end up getting nearly all of this field in one run, which is, you know, is going to make a massive difference to us. So yeah, I think we're going to soldier on. We are at nearly 80%, and we have not got that many rows left to go. We're almost full now, and it's very possible actually that we're going to get full off this row. We are 98% with only 400, less than 400 litres to go. Is it going to do it before we get 780, 790? There we go. So yeah, we've got a little bit left of this row. A very, very full trailer. And we want to get this off now to our BGA, which is good, and we should be able to come up here into our yard, back round and down and out and up to the BGA. I think going forward, a bigger weight is going to be needed on the front of this tractor. There is very little control when turning without slowing down a lot, and we could really do with that extra bit of control for that. We've actually got a really good amount of grass in here already. This will be 80,000 litres in here with this. I'm expecting us to go up to 120,000 litres. That is not bad at all for us to have off the first year. And there we go, all 80,000 litres out. Well, 40,000 litres out of this trailer, 80,000 litres in total. Yeah, and 16% compacted as well, 82,761. So let's head back to our field, go and get some more of this collected up. I don't know if we're going to actually do any lime today. We could lime and fertilize next time though. That would be fine. So let's head back and see how much more we've got. So our 6614 has reached its trigger point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there for a moment. I'm going to clear up these last couple of bits. And then we can head over to that other field. We can get this running on the course that was running. and collecting up, and then we can switch over and we can get some lime into this just to finish things off, get this field up to scratch. And take that off because that has done a grand job over there. So yeah, let's just get this bit collected up, and with that done we can get this over to here. Now let's lift that up, turn that off, just give ourselves, it's more the weight of this trailer than actually using it that's causing the slowdown, and the fact that we have some really steep bits. I think this road here, I might alter that. It comes in at such an extreme angle, so as to be almost impossible for us, but we can now do this here. And what we'll do is we will switch over to the other tractor, stop that, and yeah, so stop driver, save this, and go F116 grass silage. That way we know that that's the mowing, that's the rowing and the collecting. So save that. And then we can drop that off here and move this, get this out of the way. I think it's going to be worth refueling this tractor as well, but what we can do here now is with this bring Courseplay up with this from our global low F116 grass silage, and here. Now what we want, yeah, is field work, first waypoint, drive course. Now that should keep going until it fills up, and it'll tell me that work tool is full. Meanwhile, this, what we can now do is drop this off in the shed, and we're gonna empty out our fertilizer spreader and go and bag some lime. I don't think we have any lime here that we can use, so we'll have to head up to the shop and grab some. There must be a lime fill station around here somewhere though, where we can go and buy some lime, so I'll check that out on the map, and we'll go grab some. I've not had any success looking for a lime purchase point anywhere on the map. There's a few places that look a little bit like lime purchase points, but I can't see them, and nothing comes up on the map as one of those. So, and there's nothing around the back here. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy a little bit of lime from here. Don't think we need a huge amount. We've got 3 fields to do though. So pallets, is there lime here, and how much is it? Yes, 704. Wow, that is really good. We're going to buy as much lime as we can afford at the moment. So that's 1, 2. Don't have enough money, so that's 5,000 litres of lime. Let's well, actually that's not bad. That's about 1/3 of a tank of this. So we'll get over to here, fill this up. There we go. That is, yeah, as I said, about 1/3 full, 4,800 litres. And we can take this back down to our farm, and we'll get started on our grass fields and see how quickly we can get them lined. Shouldn't take too long, I don't think. We're in pretty good stead with the width of this. It's not a 6-meter spreader, but it's still a decent spreader. And we're going to start with field 71, the entrance to which is just here. I'm hoping that this won't be too bad. Let's have a look. Should get, yeah, precision farming kicking in, and kick it off, and there we go. So yeah, you can see the width on this. 8 miles an hour uphill isn't bad, so we'll keep that going on the cruise control. Get our field covered. We're already down to 32%. We may have to borrow a little bit more money to get the rest of this field limed. But let's see how far this goes first. So the 4,800 litres of lime that we got has basically covered this field. We're down to 1,600 litres finishing it. So we're going to head back up to the shop. Just going to make sure we've got that all covered. Yep. We're going to head back up to the shop. We're going to go and buy another 4 of it. So we're going to borrow another £5,000. Get another 4, and that should do our last 2 fields we've got here. However, it is getting fairly late in game. So what we're going to do is get this purchased. Oh, we need to borrow some money first. So there we go. That's borrowed in there. We will get 4 of these. So 4 things of lime. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And we know we're going back into the red overnight as well. Let's get this forward. Turn around here. Like so. Back her up. Oh, just a little bit. Come on. There we go. Get all 4 in range. Refill. And that will do us nicely. So there we are. I'm going to leave this here because, well, it's 10 to 8 in the evening. It's a nice late spring day, but it's 10 to 8 in the evening. Why is that not filling? Yeah, there it is. That is filling. Good. And yeah, we'll pick it up next time. We will get some more lime done on here. 76.15 is slipping, so I'll go and sort that out. But that should all be done by next time. Which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.